Hello, people in the Nerf community. I am the only operator. As you may know, I am very controversial within a few communities within the Nerf hobby on Discord. I've came to talk about a topic that I was hoping I would never have to make this video, but I'm going to because, well, if I do, maybe, just maybe, we might see a little bit of change in the way our hobby acts around this certain thing. The thing I decided I would come to talk about is black/realistic paint schemes. I know this is a very hot button topic around many Nerf communities right now. And for example, something like this Liberator here would be, in a lot of communities, frowned upon. This is my custom built Liberator, and if you can't tell by this Liberator, I am strongly for these darker, more realistic paint schemes, but there is some stuff I need to talk about with these. Some stuff I've repeatedly mentioned in many of my posts, but I've decided that it's time that I mention it for real. These darker paint schemes, like this Liberator, or to say this Kronos, same paint scheme. It's a dark, black, or realistic paint schemes, depending on the blaster. The reason why I'm here to talk about this is because our community is very uptight about these things. They like to go after people who post these in a very negative way most of the time. I have noticed this firsthand in quite a few servers. These darker paint schemes, I understand where everybody's problems come with it, with the safety concerns about public play in parks or college campuses playing HVZ, those kind of things. And I understand that, yes, there is a safety concern with something like this looking like a real firearm. And it's totally valid. Something like this with minimal orange can very well be considered a firearm. And the reality is, you kind of don't want to have anything firearm related in public. To say, there is some places where something like this could be used safely, and where people like myself use these safely. These places are indoor or public or private property games. They're not so common, but they're out there. And this is a great example of a private property only blaster. These blasters would have to be safely transported to and from the arena, which is a bit of a hassle, but it makes sense again. But by playing in a private property arena or an indoor arena, you take that factor of some random person seeing these blasters out of the picture, which is one of the factors that makes these very unsafe. If you're from a country and you're seeing this that requires the orange tip, please leave the orange tip on. It's not required where I'm from to have these orange tips on, so I decide to cover them, remove them, because of another reason I'm going to get to a little bit later in this video, so stay tuned. Another thing, and I've had this experience many times, people like to go after people who build like this. for valid reasons, safety. But please understand that getting the same message 18 times about the safety on every single blaster somebody builds, it's very discouraging when basically the only messages you're getting on a build that you spent many hours. This one here took me about 20, but there will be a full video on this blaster itself and any other mods I do on my channel here, The Only Operator, or for you guys who are watching this on the Alpha to Omega channel, in the channel, on the channel description, we have a place where you can access these videos. Access to all the YouTubers that are part of this channel. From there, if you go to The Only Operator, you can find where I will have posted all of the blasters I have built to this day, including this one and a few others that are a little, again, they're on the darker side, but when used safely, and hopefully people understand by the end of this video, they can be used right. Another way that these blasters can be used is in a LARP situation. I know LARP is not as big up here where I'm from, but in the States, in Europe, LARPs are huge. And one of the things about LARPs is you want to have a realistic looking blaster, which makes sense. It's the way to convince a person of your character. When I Nerf, I have a much more LARPier role. This whole Only Operator character is what I play as when I Nerf. There will be always people who don't understand that end of it, and I understand. But you can use these safely. LARPs, or if it's indoors or on a private property, there are ways to use these dark blasters safely and to move and transport them safely without people going crazy on you. So please, take the time and consider the thoughts here. Maybe leave me a comment if you don't agree or have other ideas. And please take the time to think before you keep on reposting the same safety-related post on every blaster, like the one shown here, when you're scrolling through Facebook, Discord, or any other social medias that people have showed their builds. Anyways, that's all for now. If you have ideas for videos, topics you want me to cover, please leave them down in the comments. Please like and subscribe. And stay tuned, because there's going to be lots of content coming out on these channels and The Only Operator. And I wish you luck out there. The Only Operator out.